James had an ossuary box that they have discovered, and on the inscription, you find James, son of Joseph, brother of Jesus.
All right, let's see it.
Well, the skeptics come along and they say, that's way too on the nose. Like old ossuary boxes, they would mention who you're the son of, so it would make sense to say James, the son of Joseph, and that fits the Bible because who's Jesus' father?
Joseph.
At least the earthly one, yeah, Joseph. But to say brother of Jesus as well, it feels like a forgery.
So pretty much none of the concern with this artifact has anything at all to do with the notion that the inscription is too convenient. Pretty much everybody agrees that the ossuary and at least the first part of the inscription are genuine, that this comes from first century Jerusalem. But we have no provenance. It was not discovered in situ during a controlled archaeological excavation. It was just announced one day in 2002 by a man who was an antiquities dealer who has sold many, many forged artifacts and who, according to police, had a workshop on the roof of his apartment filled with both authentic and forged artifacts in various stages of production, and according to reports, had authentic artifacts with forged inscriptions in the process of being added to them. So there are a lot of issues with the origin of this artifact in the public eye. Now, the main concern is the second part of the inscription that says brother of Jesus. That would be unusual, but this would be an unusual figure, so maybe that doesn't mean much. The biggest concern is with the fact that many expert epigraphers have suggested that that part of the inscription seems to have been written in a different hand, a less expert hand, at a different time period, in a much more shallow way, and with characters that didn't fit the time period or the social status of the inscription. And we also have experts like Jody Magnus, one of the leading archaeologists of this time period and this region, saying that, hey, based on everything we know about James, the brother of Jesus, he wouldn't have been buried this way. He would have been buried in an entirely different way. So even if this is authentic in the whole, it refers to a James, son of Joseph, brother of Jesus, it would not have been James the Just, the brother of Jesus of Nazareth. So there are many more concerns than just the notion that the inscription is too convenient.
So all the skeptics were like, oh, this has to be a forgery, until they went and started looking at the microbial patina in the grooves of the inscription. And sure enough, they discovered this was authentic to the time period.
There are experts in that area that have argued for both sides of this, both that the patina could be faked and the patina is suggestive of the inauthenticity of the second part of the inscription, as well as that the patina indicates the authenticity of the entire inscription. So we do not have definitive evidence either way at the moment.
And so there we have a validation that there's a James, that he's the brother of a Jesus and the son of a Joseph. Now, the likelihood that that's not the Holy Family seems pretty small to come from that time period as well.
So we have also had experts arguing for both sides of this question based on statistical analysis, with some suggesting this is an unusual combination of names, others suggesting it's not an unusual combination of names. In fact, we have multiple inscriptions, including ossuary inscriptions, that refer to a Jesus son of Joseph, and none of them are Jesus of Nazareth. So the authenticity of the James ossuary is still an open question, although folks have an awful lot of strong feelings, and they're going to lean in whichever direction resonates with those feelings. And the fit for this video has been Dungeons and Dragons.